me go plug in this 100-foot Ethernet cable real quick.
Yes, sir. I have one of those.
Oh yeah, we're off. Yeah.
Blump.
Oh, we're back on. Here we are.
Oh,
We're back.
hello.
Oh, we are.
Hey, there we go.
Hello.
Just like that.
I think we're audio only right now because it's a thank you for watching screen. I hope everybody's having a good week.
Yeah.
Good.
Independence Day coming up.
Pendants.
I hope everybody who is a loud sound averse person has earplugs ready. I myself need to acquire my earplugs still, or some sound canceling headphones, because I don't do well with fireworks.
My apartment is right by the Richmond baseball diamond. It's like a less than a mile. And every other home game, the Richmond Flying Squirrels shoot off fireworks that we can very loudly hear in our apartment.
Every other one. Wow.
Every other home game, yeah. It's
Why not everyone?
They did, and then the new apartments they're building right near it. I think somebody said something. So
Okay.
it's every other home game now. So I don't.
That's like baseball plays a lot of games though, so that's a lot.
I mean, it's minor league, so like it's not nearly as many games as majors, but like, yeah, from April to about October at 10 p.m. like every other night is fireworks.
Great. Love that for you. Woof.
All right.
How does Bubba do with the fireworks?
He just gets really weird.
So that's normal then.
Newsflash of the frickin' century. He gets
so,
very
nothing changes.
He gets very skittish. His only response to stress is to run more, and so he just like starts to move around every room of the house. And he doesn't like hide or anything. He just like gets really kind of on edge.
But he does get stressed.
Yeah. Even when it rains, our apartment roof is very high and there's windows, so if it rains, it's super loud, and he gets really weird about that. So
there are 142 games in a minor league baseball season. That's 71 days that they're shooting off fireworks. That's so many fireworks.
Well, it's every other home game, and so it's not just
every other
they take
home
the
game.
fireworks
It's like
on the
a
road
quarter
with them
of
too.
the game.
Yeah.
So like there's a week where there'll be 5 home games, and like if you're on a bad, if it's an unlucky cycle, 3 of those will have fireworks, and then they go the next week they just go on the road, so I don't hear it for that whole week. So like
approximately like a quarter. Then that's still like a month's worth of fireworks.
2 or 3 nights like back like off cycle every 2 weeks is basically what happens. And so at 10 p.m. if you start to hear like a lot of cars backfiring and or gunshots, it's like nope, just a squirrel game.
That's just horrible for the environment.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Disney's impact in that case?
I hate fireworks. I hate what they do to the environment. I hate what they do to poor animals. I hate what they do to vets with PTSD. Not a fan.
My mom secured my mom has 3 border collie dogs, and so she secured their prescriptions for doggy Xanax for this weekend.
Yeah.
Because they were concerned that since it's a Tuesday, it's just going to be Friday night into Tuesday, baby. Just 6 straight days of blowing up. So my dogs have their Thunder shirts and their Xanax prescriptions, and they're going to be having a weird weekend.
People started lighting off fireworks in the courtyard of our apartment building.
I love
starting last week.
So terrible, man.
What?
Oh yeah.
Awful.
What?
Why do you do this
and
shit,
this
man?
is in concert with the ice cream cart guy who pulls up right outside of our window and plays loud ice cream music until the noise ordinance goes into effect at 9:30 at night.
Will and I were playing video games, and we were on Discord together. And Will, every once in a while, Will would talk, and I would just hear this very soft chiming music in the background. But when he wasn't talking, I couldn't hear it, and so he would talk, and he was like, "Can you hear that in the background?" I was like, "No." And he talked again, and I was like, "You mean the ice cream song?" He's like, "Yeah, it's just been going for hours."
God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's awful.
It's real bad. It's
Every
real
time we
bad.
talked to him, it was just like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da-da."
And the worst part is that it's like legally distinct music. So it's like 3 bars that could be like a song that you know, and then the 4th one is just not it. It's like 3/4 of a famous Disney song or of like
Yeah, I
my
love
heart
it.
will go on or something, and then it's just wrong for the next measure. And that's honestly the most infuriating part.
The most liberal usage of the fair use doctrine as
Yeah.
possible. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully he leaves. I don't know. We'll see.
See what happens. Maybe it's just a summer thing.
Ugh, I'm sweating. Our apartment's hot.
Our apartment is hot.
Sorry, babe.
But
You're in
hey,
a long sleeve shirt though.
it's rolled up. It's also a very light, like cotton flannel. We play Pathfinder occasionally.
Once in a while.
Sometimes.
And our characters have also found themselves in a very heated situation.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
After agreeing to house and protect.
Agreeing to is putting it strongly.
I'm sorry, did you not agree to?
I think
We were
we
kind of
did.
instructed. Yeah.
And
We were
Instructed
Advised?
is yeah.
We were instructed.
they were like, "We'll pay you," and you said, "Okay, yeah, sure." That's an agreement. To
Well, they were like-
house
they were
and
like-
protect a Mr. Jonas Flackfetter.
They were like, he's got to go there, otherwise he just goes back to the streets. And we were like, that's not really a choice.
Yeah.
and you agreed to it.
And we
were
agreed to that,
like,
not choice.
but money, cool.
A Mr. Jonas Flackfighter, also known as Father Infector or the Infector, 1/4 of the group known as the Twilight Four. Your purpose:
Who
hold.
He's got like sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I will never get through this intro.
Nope.
The purpose: to hold him for the next 72 hours while Absalom's bureaucracy sorts itself out and figures out who gets jurisdiction over the just extreme amount of crimes reported to be committed in his name or by his order or by his hand. Your goal: enter and secure Hunting Lodge 7, a neutral zone within the District of Absalom. Procure a place to safely house Jonas Flackfetter and defend him from any attempts to break him out. You now find yourself surrounded by a couple of buddies that you called in, the Vudrani Vagabonds and one Mr. Bloody Burlith, who you messaged up, and they were like, yeah, pay me, we'll be some hired muscle. Bada bing, bada boom. They arrive. Twinkle Toes runs somewhere to get something.
I'm running back to the hideout to get Reginald because
Right.
Rain.
And about
Live.
10 minutes later, the first wave of cultists assaults the hunting lodge.
First wave, you say?
The first grouping of people, you would assume that,
The only way.
you know, based off of logic and reasoning, that from a purely meta perspective, if you have 72 hours and it's been 8,
I feel like the Primarch actually even said something. They were like, "There's gonna be a lot of people who come to break this." guy
Yeah,
out.
no, he did.
They are
People were
going
warned.
to toss
Yeah.
the freaking kitchen sink at you guys. So
yeah, I vaguely remember.
yeah, whatever.
So, you successfully answer the knock on the door, realize that it's cultists, a fire blast erupts in the lobby, and a fight ensues. You do manage to successfully stop this group of cultists, but not before the dearly beloved Lopi
R.I.P. Lopi.
hits the deck,
Rip.
dead.
That's my boy.
A quarter of the Vudrani vagrants, vagabonds,
Vagabonds.
toasted, done.
Rooted and zooted.
We come back to you all now in the aftermath of this here fight. We are out of initiative. You all have yet to patch your wounds or do any kind of first aid or healing. What would you like to do?
Jacques is like right in front of Lopi. And I think he just kind of like I don't know what Lopi's gender identity is.
Female tiefling.
Okay. I think he just picks her up, her body. I imagine Gruther is a little nervous about that. But just sort of like picks her up and sees like, yeah, she's dead. I'm sorry. I assume that she knew the risks, but this must be hard for you.
And Gruther has now taken a seat on this like bench, and just has her like head in her hands. You just see trails of wet tear falling across her cheek. Akka like steps to the side here, putting one massive weretiger hand, patting Gruther on the back. It looks to you through the fangs. We were prepared. Still hurts.
I can only imagine. I would understand if the three of you wished to grieve on your own. If you did wish to stay and continue to fight with us, we have places we could keep Lopi for now, interned. Keep her body safe until you have a moment to bury them.
If you have means of patching us up, I think there's still some revenge to be gotten here.
I think that you just kind of look at Bastro and Fearin, sort of nod at the two of them. I know Akka's pretty hurt. Bloody Brillis is pretty hurt. So I think that he would take Gruther upstairs and just kind of look for a place to stash Lopi for now, respectfully, that works for Gruther. Probably in like the planetarium room, or maybe even in like among the boxes, just sort of like put a tarp over Lopi for now. Not the most like respectful thing, but or maybe I don't know. That seems the most out of the way. He would offer also like one of the beds in the back. Just some place that Lopi's body can be kept safely for the time being.
Yeah, pick a place.
Yeah, planetarium I think works fine. If there's like, I'm sure there's like tarp or blanket or cloth
Yeah,
in the
Easy
storage
enough to
area.
find, easy enough
So
to
like
find.
something on this upper level,
Mhm.
maybe the planetarium, like stashed behind one of the
Yeah.
the observatories, just covered up, so it's out of the way.
And Gruther will stay in the planetarium for some time with her sister.
Ruther, I see that you're harmed. We'll need some time to secure your friends and Mr. Burleth, but when you're ready, come down and we'll patch you up, okay?
Just a little nod as she's kneeling.
Okay. Oh, and do not look in that one. Just
Look in
don't.
there? Okay.
Yeah, don't
She
look-
puts her eye up to it.
You will see things which you are not prepared to see. Okay, bye. Felix.
So you leave the two tieflings in the planetarium, make your way back down.
Making your way back down.
Bastro, Fearin,
Mm.
talk to me. What's the game plan in terms of restoring people to health?
Ooh,
What do we need?
I mean,
damn.
I can treat wounds.
I'm pretty good.
I only need 19. Akan needs about 50. Burleth needs about 100.
I
got-
need 50.
I can get Akka with one.
Yeah, Burleth is down 96 HP.
Okay, so with
I feel like
30
Fearin.
with,
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
20 minutes, I can get both Akka and Bloody Burleth.
Akka is actually
And be fully
down
charged.
61.
Oh,
It's-
is that number not
Oh.
right? Okay,
Yeah, no,
they have
that's
the elite template, and the tokens only represent the regular
gotcha. My
stat
bad.
block. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I only need one regular treat wounds from Fearin. I'm only down 19.
I hate actually figuring out exactly how much time healing will take when we can just do like infinite theoretically numbers of 10-minute intervals, but we've got to keep track of time here.
No, yeah.
So let's
Okay.
start one 10-minute increment at a time.
Okay.
Fearin, What are you doing first?
Fearon will say we need to prepare. This is not the only group of people who will come, and Fearon's going to spend his first 10 minutes refocusing.
Bastro,
Bastro, first off, are these doors closed?
still open.
Closed.
Still raining outside.
Yeah, Bastro closes these doors,
All right, that
and then he
takes 10
locks
minutes.
them. No, shut up. He locks them too,
Okay.
and then he will cast a halo on Akka, and then refocusing is we determined how refocusing actually works.
Well, no,
So-
you use the halo,
Right, and then
and
you
then
have
you
to
can
refocus.
refocus.
Right.
Yeah.
So Akka gets the halo.
Wait, have you
Yeah.
used a focus point since you last refocused?
Not yet.
So yeah, you use the halo, and then you can refocus.
Right. Okay. Cool. So Akka gets 56 points of healing.
Yo.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yep. And then I need to refocus for 10 minutes.
Will, I do not remember if I have actually set the snares that are currently listed on the map. I don't think I did that. I think I only said I was going to do that.
Okay.
I will take this 10 minutes to
Sure.
do that.
Yeah, no problem. Sounds good. And that was a barb snare, right?
There's 2 bomb snares
Bomb snare.
and 2 striking snares. We can get into what happens with those if you want, but we can also just do it if they actually go off.
Go ahead and mark. Just put like a little B and an S.
On the map, you'll see
Yeah.
to the left a little bit BS right here, that in red. There's a BS over here, bomb snare. This is a striking snare here behind the secret door, and then a striking snare up in the corner.
I'm glad we're
at the
on the
back
same
door.
page.
I got you, baby. I got you.
All right, second 10-minute interval.
And really quickly, it's all about entering the square that's marked.
Mhm.
So if nothing enters that square, then nothing will happen. But if something enters that square,
And unfortunately, Jack, I will need you to take 10 minutes per snare.
That's fine.
Unless
okay
you
with that.
have taken the ranger feats that allow you to do it quickly.
I absolutely freaking have not. So
you're
I'll
not
take.
you're not a snare build? What?
No, the snare specialist, the most useless ranger build. No, I'm good. I'm okay. Thanks.
So
Well,
second
okay.
10-minute interval. We're gonna go same order. Theron.
Fearon is going to treat wounds on Burlith. So
Okay.
doing this at the DC 30. Rushed that roll. That's a good sign. I crit. So we get
Nice.
4d8 plus 30.
Only
48.
48 plus 30.
78.
Always funny.
He gets 50 HP back.
Wow.
Nice. Halfway there.
Bastro.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You said halfway? Okay, so Bastard will cast life boost on Bloody Burlith, giving him 56 HP back.
So a total
That
of
should
what?
get him to
112.
Oh, so he goes up to
114?
full.
He's
He's up to full.
That's
112. Right.
and then Kashak is setting up snare number 2.
Number 2. I'll say that this bomb snare I set first, and then I'll do the striking snare behind the secret door.
Gotcha. Third 10-minute interval. Fearon.
Fearon will do a treat wound on himself. Actually, have I?
I just want to be
Oh,
clear.
I
Are we
have-
also tracking Twinkle Toes? Are we also
Yes,
getting those
I
things?
have. We discussed how much time it would take to get there and back.
Yeah.
With her not completely sprinting, but going quickly.
Yeah.
And it
Hell,
was
I can't
gonna,
remember. But if
and
you've
it
got
was
that's
gonna be
good.
about. I want to say we landed on about an hour 20,
Mhm.
Like that.
because like
Yeah.
she could do it in 45 minutes if she was flat sprinting, but she's
Just
not flat
booking it,
sprinting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flat ground sprint.
We pulled up the like feet per second, miles per hour.
Yeah, I remember that, I
scale
remember
on the
that, yeah.
Absalom map. Like,
Fun fact: they have a real chart. Like Paizo has released a chart of what your movement speed is and then
Mhm.
what a reasonable running speed, how fast and far you
Yeah.
go. So if anyone runs
Yeah.
into the same situation, there's content.
So
So I'm doing a treat wound on myself. I did crit, but rolled really poorly, so I'm still down 10 HP. But I'm likely fine. Like
Okay.
that's probably okay. So I think I'm effectively full.
So I think everyone's effectively full.
I need like 19, but I'm good if we want to hang.
It's 10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna be
What's 10
taking like 10
minutes?
minutes to set these snares, and we're still waiting for Twinkle Toes. So like,
all right. Kashak
Just go.
full.
Okay.
Kashak's at full now. I think 10 minutes.
I mean, if we're doing that, might as well bump me up to full, I guess, too.
So
For another 10 minutes.
at the end of 30 minutes, Kashak sets the third snare. Fourth interval, Fearin.
Fearin, do you know any acid magic by any chance?
I do, but I don't have any
Anything
prepared
prepped?
today.
Okay.
But I can.
I didn't know if you had a
Notice.
cantrip or anything, but no worries. No worries.
Again,
I believe-
tomorrow I could.
I believe these golems are able to be healed through acid, if I recall the manual I read.
and Berlin says, "Yes, of course, yes, jolly good."
But yeah, they are doing fine. I just they will definitely last until tomorrow, so we will revisit that.
He said 100% certain.
I wouldn't be so sure that tomorrow is the next time we'll see resistance. What time is it right now?
So you would have gotten there at like noonish. It's been just over 8 hours. So it's dark now. I mean, it's been dark for most of the day due to the storm going in, but it is now like truly dark, and the rain is obfuscating nearby lighting outside.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
as dark as it's going to be.
it's pretty
tonight.
dark. At this point, you see that there are like torch sconces equally spaced in the rooms and along the hallways. Perhaps you have lit some of those in this area. But going forward, we will call the main what do you call this? The main vault area as well lit, the foyer well lit, this dining room well lit, and the bedrooms well lit, as well as this inner hallway.
Mhm.
Everything else is going to be dark unless you specifically turn on a torch.
And then upstairs is that
It's dark.
dark. Okay. That's
But-
fine. I think we can deal with that for now. But I mean, Kashak would say to Bastro, like, I'm not so sure that another set of resisting enemies is not going to come tonight. I think we should be prepared for just about anything. If one group came first, under the cover of storm and darkness, another might come as well. It's a good thing we sent Twinkletoes away today. It's good.
Mhm, mhm.
It's a very good choice I made.
So in the
You made.
fourth interval, Fearin, what are you doing?
I think Fearin will just go around and be like patching people up non-mechanically, just making sure everyone's okay. He's not going to do anything mechanical.
Sure. Basro?
Who's still down?
I'm down 10.
Gruther upstairs is down quite a bit.
Oh, then
That's-
do Gruther before me.
She's down 30.
I feel like I guess Bastard would run upstairs real quick and heal Gruther.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And then refocus for 10 minutes.
And then Lopi is down 8. Oh.
Oh,
Rip.
I'll set the fourth snare as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I think during this time, maybe Fearin will come up to Kashak, who's setting one of the snares, and say, "Should I use one of these scrolls of sending to tell Twinkletoes what just happened, so that she's on alert when she comes back?"
That could be wise. If she runs into somebody scoping out this place, they'll certainly strike her. Perhaps just a notification that we've been assaulted once.
I have two of them. I don't know if we were going to save them for here, but this feels
You have
important.
one more left. You started with 3. You sent 1 to The vagabonds 1 to Bloody Burleth.
Also gave Kashak a bird feather token.
Oh yeah, what does that do?
We did use 2.
It
So then I'm not going to use it.
when activated, this token transforms into a small sparrow that waits on your finger for you to relay a message up to 1 minute in length, along with the name and rough location of a recipient. The recipient must be someone you have met, and the location must be somewhere you have visited. After receiving the message, the bird flies off to deliver it, traveling at 30 miles per hour, and then searching for the target in the location you provided. If the bird finds the target, it moves adjacent to them, your words emanate from the bird, and the bird then flies off and vanishes. The bird also vanishes if it fails to find your target after 10 hours of searching the location you specified.
And this bird is moving faster than Twinkle does, so it'll
Yeah.
catch up to her. Yeah, I think he would. If you mention Scroll of Sending, it's like, I think he would say, "Oh, Twinkletoes gave me this feather."
Oh?
We can use it for this. If you
Oh. Okay.
What?
if you take it and you do the, and he like kind of fumbles around for a little bit, and then he just like pulls the feather part, like the what the feathers? What
You literally
Stem.
what's
Oh,
Bristles?
the fur? Like
No.
what?
wait, feather
The
feather
hairs?
parts. I know this. I just
The-
forgot what it
The
is.
tines?
The vein and
Okay.
the barb. Yeah.
Well,
the
what's
vein.
the feather?
That's
Jack is really struggling with this concept.
What's
The
the
one-
leaves?
one-
What's the
one
leaves?
side of it. One side of it is the vein. The bigger side of the feather is the vein, and then the other side is the barb. Oh wait, the barbs. No, the barbs are the individual little pieces of it. So it's the barbs of the.
Barb. Okay, the barbs and the barbules. Okay. So he like runs the
Learned something today.
the hollow shaft of the, I'm not gonna, you know what, whatever. He does the thing, and he it turns into a bird, and I think he just like holds up the bird at Fearon.
Okay, this is awesome, Kashak.
It was Twinkletoes. Oh, this is going in the message. We should hurry up. Twinkletoes, we've been assaulted at the hunting lodge, and it's okay. Everyone's fine except for Lopi, but we are okay. And if you can hurry back, but also please be careful because there may be more people who might hurt you. Just keep an eye out. We trust you. Rooftops are your friend. This is Kashak, by the way, and that was Fearon at the beginning of the message. And I
It
think
ended at this.
Did you time a minute?
No, but that seemed long enough.
and the bird flies away.
Okay. Go ahead and Kashak, just roll me just a straight luck roll. You want high on this.
9 on the d20.
Okay. We'll cut.
Luck roll is supposed to be a percentile dice. First of all,
Wait, did you roll a percentile or a d20?
I rolled a d20.
Ah. Well, either way,
But yeah, the same thing.
same difference.
I rolled a 45 on the d100.
Twinkletoes, you're like maybe 10 minutes away. We've kind of jumped forward a little bit in time here, but you're maybe like 10 minutes away. You've got Reginald in a sack slung over your back. And a bird pulls up to you and you hear that conversation.
The bird just like opens its mouth on like a loudspeaker. Our
Yeah.
voices are just going out of it.
Starting with, oh, this will be on it. We should probably hurry up. And yeah, so that's again a little forward in time. You've got maybe 30 more minutes back at the lodge before you expect Twinkletoes to show up. Bloody Burleth will say something to the effects of like gonna start basically cannibalizing furniture and setting up blocking off areas with barricades using the golems.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pick a doorway or a window, and he's going to start work on that barricade.
Nice.
The doors that have the cubes in front of them or on one side of them, I feel like we were planning to barricade those. Is that still where we want to make that happen?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
That's hella coverage on this topiary, like this plant place,
Mhm.
which is good. And then we have the snare for the dining room, and then if they come from the back, we can just deal with it.
So, yeah, he orders the golems to start gathering and breaking down, or like just collecting essentially random bits of chair and table, and drawers and bureaus and desks, and starts pretty expertly. He's a pretty good crafter, if I do say so
Nice.
myself.
We did build these golems, so
Yeah. Wedging wood into the doorway so that it becomes harder to pass through. But this is a process that is going to take him 4 hours.
Jesus. 4 hours for the 2 barricades?
For 1 barricade.
4 hours per. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
With the golem's help?
Correct.
I remember
Wow.
we heard about how this would work, and it was like, oh, F that. Like, that's crazy.
That's awful.
The were-tigers look to Kashak, Firin, and Bastro, and then they say, like, how do you want us to help? We can patrol, we can
Patrol
keep
would
a
be-
watch in a room.
I suppose the question is, where do we want to keep Jonas in this meantime? We all want some time to explore this stone slab downstairs, but what to do with him?
Is it worth trying to re-enter this prison room and see if that trap is a one-time? We still don't know exactly what triggered it. It was probably the bag, but I think it's worth exploring that again.
Will, is that right? Do we feel like we don't know, or do we feel like we
You have done no inspection of the trap or its mechanisms.
like what happened? So we walked in, we picked up the bag, the trap went off, we opened the door,
That's
we left the room, trap kept going off, and then after a certain amount of time, it shut off.
correct.
Right. Are all the doors closed?
I believe.
Towards-
Yeah.
I
Oh,
believe you
that
closed them. Yeah.
We
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Could that door be reopened? Like, did we break that door? The door that goes
No.
straight into the prison room? I think he'll open all the doors because that wasn't the problem before. And so he'll just open like the first set and then walk up and open the second set shortly after.
And at this point, you hear a knock on the front door.
He draws his bow.
Bastra, you're up. Where are you? You're not actually right there, right?
I went upstairs, so I guess I would be with. I would probably
You
be
stay
right
upstairs?
on the bottom of the stairway, like right here, listening to the conversation.
Yeah,
Here,
I
think
imagine
closest.
Fear. Well, I imagine Fearin would be like sort of moving with Kashak, and then we'll hear this. There are no windows going out to the front, right? Like we can't do the thing like peek behind the curtain.
Do we have a key, like a porthole or like a hole?
Is there any way to see who's there
No.
or no?
No.
I think not Kashak. Yikes! I think Fearin will he'll put up a hand to Akka and the other were-tiger, whose name I've forgotten, Krishmi, and sort of look at Kashak and like put a finger up to his mouth. And I think he's gonna walk up to the door and do a perception check and just like be
Sure.
listening for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the bad roll. That's a total of a 26.
You hear the sound of rain hitting cobblestone.
Yeah, too loud.
Yeah.
Did Master hear the knock?
You all heard the knock.
Okay, so Baster's there too. I think Fearon will draw his wand and have his staff ready and sort of make a motion like he's going to open the door. Like he's motioning to Kashak that Fearon's about to just open up the door.
You see a nod.
And Fearon will... Can I say, like, readying an action that if it looks like a cultist, I'm going to, like, cast something from my wand
Sure.
once I open the door?
Sure.
So
can.
I open the door. What do I see?
You see a very drenched in the lack of awning on the front porch Twinkletoes.
Does she look like a cultist?
Does she look like a cultist?
I would hope you would know what Twinkletoes looks like at this point.
Hey man, she might have stolen some clothes. You never know. What's she wearing?
And I think Fearon will go, "Oh, Twinkletoes, thank God," and he'll like quickly look around outside. How are you? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's wet. It's wet. It's a bit wet out there. Got the message. That was fun. That was a fun thing.
Yeah, that was a cool trick that you gave Kashak. Yeah.
Everyone's okay though?
Not everyone.
Kashak will step up. Yeah.
Come in.
I do. I go in.
Lopi, one of the tiefling twins, unfortunately did not survive the conflict. Everyone else has been secured back to full vitality, but we did lose one in the combat.
I think before Fearon closes the door, he wants to look out at this storm that's brewing.
Sure.
Does this look like just a thunderstorm, or does this look like it's like something worse?
Would you like to roll a nature?
I would love to roll a nature.
You don't got Stormlorm?
Stormlorm?
Stormlorm. It's a 28.
It's a 28. You have seen your fair share of natural and unnatural storms in the eye of Abendago. It's difficult to tell because there is a great intensity to this storm, which is not uncommon in Absalom. Just it's at the center of an inland sea, kind of at the intersection of a lot of different currents and winds coming down from the north, coming across from the west and east. So it can get some weird weather at times. This is a just nasty storm. Like nobody's outside. It's still, 8:50 at this point, almost 9 o'clock in the evening. But there is not a single person that you can see when you open the door. It is just pouring.
And I think Fearon spends just a moment staring out at the storm because Fearon's surrounded constantly almost by this like wispiness, like these like puffs of cloud that aren't like separate from him but aren't entirely of his body. It's like a weird thing where he sort of like he looks like he's almost constantly floating, even though he's definitely not because of this. And I think when he's staring out at the storm, these like wisps of these clouds seem to be around him, like start like almost crackling with like static as he's staring out at it. And then he'll like spend a moment doing that and then shut the door and lock it again.
Yeah. And like the wind is beginning to pick up outside, and so this big gust, you almost have to like force the door closed as the wind picks up, just as you're trying to close it. Blustering in, kind of whipping up around people's clothing and, shaking some of the paintings on the wall as you finally get it closed. It's just nasty. It's really picking up. Those of you who have lived in Absalom, been a long time since you've had a storm like this.
Yeah, crazy. Twinkle Toes, we were just discussing what the next move would be, particularly with how Akka and Krishmi can help us. You see, the golems and Burleth putting together that barricade, but they say it could be quite a while. We were discussing
Do you
what
want
to do. With...
quality or do you want quantity?
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying what you told me.
Mm-hmm. Goes back sassily to making
Thank you.
his barricade.
Thank you for your excellent work.
Mm,
Akka, Krishmi, how do you two do with the rain? Are you...
You see the hackles on both of their necks, the fur on the hackles of their necks stand up.
So, I would rather, in that case, not send you out to scout. I think we could use you here as muscle in case more people come up.
Where do we want to store Jonas in the interim? I suspect more people will assault this place before morning.
Oh, considering I was gone for like an hour and someone died, yeah, I would say so. I would say I want to have a conversation with Reginald about this house, and these people, because I went to get the head. I went to get the brain.
Oh, the brain.
The what?
Brain.
The brain.
You haven't met Reginald.
We all just turned to fear and we're like, the brain. What do you
The brain. What do you mean?
It's like, what?
The brain in a jar.
I'm like, wait. Has Fearin been to my secret hideout yet?
You tell me.
No.
I don't think
In
so.
game?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
only recently a secret tier. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It hasn't
Yeah.
been that long.
Like
It's been,
what? Like a week?
Yeah, maybe. Well, you were with us for a while, like only like a few days, because it was only in the like Chamber of Secrets that you became a secreteer.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. As far as an official member, yeah.
Official membership before you can see the hideout. Yeah, yeah. Let's pop Reginald out of the bag and we'll chat with him.
Let's do that maybe in the conference room and have Akka and Krishmi wait here.
Okay, but oh my God! Please do not step on the right square. Please step on the left side of the door.
What?
Oh.
I said a bomb on the right side.
Oh.
If you step on the right, you'll blow up.
Yes.
So don't do that.
Okay.
Before we go, I'm gonna do something on Jonas. I'm concerned that we will face a variety of foes. We will definitely see more magic, and I think before like Fearin goes and finds out what the heck the brain in the jar is, he's gonna go up to Jonas, who is in a sensory deprivation chamber, essentially.
He's riding the sensory deprivation lizard at the moment.
Yeah,
the sensory deprivation lizard. Yeah.
He's not
forgot to tell
touching
you,
the ground or the walls around him.
Yeah,
That's about the
I
best
forgot
you
to
can
tell you,
do.
I took the feat that turns my animal companion into a sensory deprivation tank. That was my 12th level feat. Yeah.
Actually, Fearin's gonna say, because I didn't realize how long the spell took to cast. Shoot, I should have done this earlier. But you all go talk to the brain. I'm going to make sure that Jonas can't be detected.
Cool.
Interesting.
And I'm going to start casting the spell non-detection on
Great
Jonas
spell.
Blackfeather.
Nice.
That's like anti-scrying, right?
Detection.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good call. Nice job.
How long does that last for?
8 hours, so
That's still morning.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what we're looking
That's
for.
sort of the thought.
Yeah.
You erect protective wards that make the target difficult to detect via magic. Non-detection attempts to counteract all detection, revelation, and scrying divinations made against the target or the target's gear throughout the duration, counting cantrips as first level spells for this purpose only. Successfully counteracting a divination that targets an area or multiple targets negates the effects only for non-detection's target. Okay, so it takes 10 minutes to cast, range of touch, 1 creature or object, duration 8 hours.
10 minutes, you said?
10 minutes.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll chat with Reginald in the meantime. And we'll
And you're taking him into the conference room?
Yeah, the smaller one.
Okay.
Yeah, the more secluded one. Well, we're going to have to walk him around and show him this stuff, aren't we? Like, do we have things over? Because he can see, right? He's got like the...
I don't think we need to take him around to see stuff yet. I think we just want to talk to him about this family and see what he knows.
Sounds good. So we'll take him into the small conference room and we'll interview the brain.
Yes. I completely forgot that you were going to get Reginald, and I don't have my book with Reginald's right
I'm sure
up.
you've got all of Reginald's like biography and information, and specifically how it relates to this
Yeah, you've
other
got it
part of the Adventures
memorized.
family. All you've got it. Like I believe in you, mostly. Like that's
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
All of you suck. I have one of Emily
Not nice
Grace's
to say,
drawing
actually.
books. That's not
Is that where you
useful.
kept the notes from Reginald's brain?
Yep.
Yeah.
You pull him out of the little bag. He's still got the sonogram, like megaphone thing, like from a old timey like record player, like a phonograph. Attached to the front, this little bell. You see two small little like blocks on one on either side with like this almost drum head like membrane, and then wires that come off the sides and punch into the jar, and then a small little like speaker device on the front, which says, "Oh, hello, welcome. Welcome
Welcome to my jar.
my jar. Yes. Thank you for remembering me, Twinkle Toes. I appreciate this great service that you have done by releasing me from the torment that was your desk for the past 3 months."
Hey, I've been in to check in on you. What are you talking about? First of all, you haven't just been living in a bag. But anyway,
Been
how
in
are you
this
doing?
strange liminal space, not quite dead or alive until you talk to me. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. What can I help you out with?
So we're currently holding a prisoner, not quite hostage, but he's under our captivity.
Yes, the classic hostage situation, I see.
It's
Not
more like enforced
like that.
custody. He's a criminal.
Oh, you don't have to moralize to me.
so
Duly noted.
the place that we have been sent to hold him in is really old, and we realize that you might know these people.
What are you implying?
You're really old.
That you lived maybe at the same time as these people, perhaps. The Geverin family? Do you know anything?
Let's do a little society check for our boy Reggie.
First roll for me of the night.
We have his
All-
stats, right? He's got his own stat block.
Yes, he does.
I
So
rolled
was-
an 8 on the dice. So
I believe he has a plus 14 on knowledge, intellect stuff. Like society and nature.
I am looking for Reginald.
There's no way I wrote it down.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the.
Oh. No, that's Reginald Benkiskirkin.
Yeah, that's this is why I was looking for the notebook. I believe it's a plus 14.
That's a 22.
22, you say? Does anyone have in their notes what year he was teaching?
I was just about to look at that. Yeah.
If you
I'm
do, that's
sure
a
I
hero
do.
point.
What year Reginald was teaching?
Yeah, like when he was
Yes.
alive.
Shoot. Reginald Cornelius McAllister VII, 9th High Curator of the College of Mysteries. I didn't write down the year.
Oh.
Dang. Yeah, I didn't write down the year.
Nor did I.
All right. Well, Ben, you get a hero point for having his full name and title.
I'll take it.
Can we start? Can we guess? I feel like it was like 1900s AR.
No, earlier.
Earlier. Okay.
He was in the mid 14s.
Okay.
Where he was the High Curator of the College of Secrets, which was a magical university in
Secrets. I said
Absalom.
mysteries.
No, mysteries is correct.
Oh, okay.
Secrets are just on the brain because of this
Fair.
entire campaign. College of Mysteries, that is correct. High Curator, so he was like essentially the dean of the college for all intents and purposes.
I made him my butler.
Well, it
But-
goes up. It's an increase of his current of his standing before, which was just in a box.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he says, Gevrin, no, unfortunately, no Gevrin. What year?
Talden nobles from 2,000 years ago.
Yeah,
They
they were
predate them by like 500 years.
give or take. Says, no, unfortunately, no, I didn't know any Taldens back in my time.
I see.
You ain't gotta say it like that though.
Yeah.
No, but if there are any other questions, I could be of a little bit of a service if you needed something.
We're
Maybe,
investigating. I'm
I'm-
sorry. Go ahead.
Currently
You
unemployed,
know that
so
the Gevrin family were the most recent owners. Do we know if they built it or if they were just the last owners?
they didn't build it. No.
Um,
The lodge was built by Taldens, by the like unofficial Talden embassy. Various nobles and lords who would visit Absalom over the years, but hence why it was not considered part of the city itself. Built and paid for by Taldens, but not the Gevrins.
Do you know anything? Does the name Hunting Lodge 7 mean anything to you, Reginald, or a hunting lodge used by Taldens in Absalom?
No, unfortunately, these are not things that had come to pass during my tenure.
We were also investigating a large magical stone that seems to be guarding a room.
Stones.
We hope you might be able to stones. We hope you might be able to help us with that investigation and see how we might be able to defuse this stone.
Sure, point me in the right direction.
And he picks him up in all the gear, and he walks him over.
It's all like plugged into the jar, like a Mr. Potato
Yeah.
Head.
It's like picking up a computer with like the mouse and the keyboard
Yeah,
all
yeah,
plugged
yeah.
in. It's like you're just like kind of carrying it like a baby. And he'll walk out to the stone, and he'll walk down the stairs and kind of point him in the direction.
So
Fearon and Gastro were able to tell us that it's abjuration of some kind, and we were able to open it with dispel magic, but
I see.
temporarily only.
Intriguing. This is. Yep. Go ahead and touch it for me.
And he's like nervously, like puts some claws on it.
Nothing happens. I see.
Okay.
I see. Interesting. Intriguing. Have you tried teleporting to the other side?
I could try that.
Our only method of teleportation
It's
is
one way.
one way.
Ah, I see. This is
We
unfortunate.
We can try, but it is nerve-wracking.
If I were returned to my former glory, I could be of great assistance in this point, but sadly I'm in a jar. Give me a
Yeah.
moment to ponder, and I will roll. He says, It's hard to say without knowing for certain, but there is the potentiality that there are some runes or cuneiform carved into the other side of the stone that might reveal more as to the purposes here. My first instinct, you with the arm, with the feathers.
Hmm?
You can detect magic, no?
Oh yes.
What does it tell you?
Well, when I've detected magic before, this is only abjuration. I've never felt anything different. Just like my friend told
Just
me.
abjuration magic. Yes.
And Baxter
Yes.
will cast detect magic again.
It's still emanating abjuration.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's not a trap. Well, your friend here might have lost a hand. And it's good. Good progress.
Kashak's like, what?
Oh my god.
Look, I am forced to use more mundane means of discovery, considering my current condition.
I understand.
A brain. Yes.
I too would be not helpful if I were a brain in a jar. I didn't mean not helpful. I
I'm
meant,
sorry.
You know what I mean.
Can you teleport to the
No,
other
no,
side?
I'm sorry.
No, no.
Look, like,
All right. Then maybe we
I'm
just,
sorry.
you know,
I'm sorry.
let the guy who
Hey,
has to do the thing do the thing.
I'm sorry. Look, that's on me. My poor choice of words. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
How's he sniffing? How's he sniffing?
It's just the mental thought of that, like, intrinsic
Emanates through.
reaction comes through the Vox speaker, the magical speaker. All right. Yes, I do believe, in my professional opinion, that
Yes.
there is some form of runic magic applied to the inside of this door, invisible to you on the side, and that it is being activated by a surge of magic from another source. So it is essentially acting as a ward of sorts, and your dispelling of the ward, much like, I was going to use a light switch analogy, but you wouldn't know what that means.
Like a lever?
Much like a lever, yes. If one were to pull the lever to open the gate, push the lever back in the other direction, it would close the gate. Essentially, your casting Dispel was pulling the lever to open the gate, but then whoever placed this lever here in the first place, they put a surge of magic into the runes to flip the lever back.
Understand. So you think perhaps if we could open it again, get inside the room, we could study these runes, understand what we're working with. Perhaps the source of magic is even behind the stone. Maybe it's in the room behind it.
Potentially, yes. Hard to say without seeing the runes themselves.
Astro, can you dispel the stone to get in?
Ooh, are we going in?
My spell is not high enough, but perhaps Fearin
Aaron.
could dispel it. He already did, anyways.
Yeah, I don't have any more prepared for the day.
Rats.
Shame. No focus, bonded item perhaps.
I think Kashak gets really close and he goes, "No, he's a druid."
Oh gods.
Fair enough. This seems like a tomorrow problem.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 13-minute break. We'll be back here at 8:35 Eastern Standard. Thank you all so much for joining us, for staying with us through just another classic bout of 3 Kobold shenanigans. And we'll be back with maybe finding what's on the other side of the door, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll be right back in just a little bit.
See you soon.
Hopefully it doesn't loop.
Hello, welcome back. I apologize ahead of time if you hear a slight haunting melody in the background. The ice cream man has returned.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh no.
That guy does seem to be a specter haunting your apartment.
And it really
Just a
only
little bit.
it's legit 8:30 to like 9:30 every day.
I love that for him. I love that for him.
Like,
Yeah, yikes.
why?
Consistency makes a routine. Like that's good.
Make your money. I mean,
Yeah. Do what you gotta do. Yeah.
Late night ice cream.
I've also
I assume every time his music cuts off, that's because somebody came up to buy ice cream from him, and that does happen a lot. So
but then you think he's done, and it pops back on like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. That would you know.
It's not ideal. I'll tell you what. I've scoured literally all of my RPG notebooks, and again, I have notes from every campaign that I've done going back, except for Rise of the Rulers. I didn't take notes in that game. Going back 6 years. Pretty sure Reginald doesn't exist. I think he was a collective hallucination that we all
There's
had.
never been a Reginald. That's crazy.
No, because I had to modify some stuff to make him actually relevant and to cover some areas that at the time you all didn't have covered, which was like the point. He's like Magic 8 Ball but cooler. Yeah, don't know where his stats are. I apologize for that.
how dare you lose our magic trade?
Okay, so we've decided that tomorrow is the day we assault the stone. We may be wrong that, like, what if the runes are somewhere else? So I wonder if anyone who can detect magic might investigate the rest of the house just to say, like, the runes are definitely not somewhere else.
I would love to volunteer. I just want someone to come with me.
I'll come with you.
I feel like we've been detecting magic a lot already.
Yeah, I feel like we've already been doing that.
But it's good to do it every once in a while, like have like
I mean,
a
that's
patrol
true.
going around, because you never know what shifts in the night.
That also said, I would very much like to figure out this trap in this other room and whether we can store. I think, like, every option below putting Jonas in this room is much worse.
Yeah,
This is
I
so
agree.
far and away our best option.
It
That, like, if
absolutely
we can
is.
sort it out, let's do it.
There is a couple other prep things I want to do before I diving into that, because I don't know how long it's going to take. So
What do you got?
like Fearon wants to, while barricades are being built and whatnot, he wants to also do some preparation.
Okay. What kind of preparation are you doing? Like, you spend the 10 minutes to cast non-detection on him. What else are you looking to do?
I want to go upstairs, and in this square that's like the secret entrance, I want to put a warding or a what's it called? Temporary glyph. Temporary glyph. It's basically a magical trap.
This
A
square?
glyph of warding.
No, temporary glyph. Glyph of warding is the lower level spell.
So it's an actual temporary glyph. Ooh, what's this?
You're saying this square right here.
On the yes, yeah, that
Okay.
one right there. The like the first one that's the like hallway. Yeah.
Okay. If you could mark that for me. And what does your
And-
temporary glyph do?
So it binds a hostile spell into a symbol. So while casting the spell, I also cast a spell of a lower level to store in the glyph. It must be 2 actions or fewer, have a hostile effect, blah, blah, blah. I can set a password for the glyph. Speaking it when entering the spell's area prevents the glyph from triggering. I can also set a more specific trigger to limit which types of creatures set off the glyph.
Interesting.
Now, can it be as specific as it won't go off for Twinkletoes, Bastro, myself, Kashak, Sheethra? Like, do you think I can get that specific?
Can you read the description again?
You can also set a more specific trigger to limit which types of creatures. Oh, I just clicked off of it. Types of creatures set off the glyph.
No,
So
I don't think
that
we can
probably
s-
can't be specifics,
of
but
creatures,
types of
so-
creatures would be
types of
like
creatures like
devils
humans
or
yeah.
human. Yeah.
It's a good thing we are all 4 different ancestors.
Very different
None of us
ancestries.
are humans.
Yeah, none of us are
Yeah.
humans. It only goes off to humans. No.
I mean, just don't go on the square, right? Like,
yeah.
just don't.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the password be Veers. And he's gonna set a fireball, a 3rd level fireball, into the trap. Or 4th level? Which level do I have? 3rd level fireball into the trap.
All right.
Noise.
2 actions if you were to cast, have a hostile effect, and target 1 creature, have an area. Yep, cool. Nice.
I also have the it lasts until it's triggered.
How long does it take
I-
to set up?
Oh,
A
10
minute.
minutes. It's another 10 minutes. Nope, I'm all over the place tonight. I'm so
Temporary
sorry.
glyph is 1 minute.
1 minute
Oh,
to
okay.
cast. Yeah, 1
So
minute. To
almost negligible. Sounds
I got
good.
you, baby.
cast.
You can dismiss it. That's fun. Nice.
I have the alarm spell prepared multiple times. Do y'all want me to put up alarms around other entrances or?
Yeah, that'd be great. I think I trust your discretion with that.
I mean, I might put one just like it literally outside, even
Yeah.
so we know.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How does it like work specifically? So it's a 20-foot burst.
20-foot burst, and it's if someone enters without speaking the password, like an alarm goes off. Keyword.
Will, any chance we can get a 20-foot burst on the map?
Where?
We're figuring that out right now, but I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, it sends a mental alert to me. Or I can make it literally be an audible alarm.
So all bursts end with like a 10-foot by 5-foot square, right? So like, yeah, maybe you put it such that the tip is like this.
I feel like we would hear a fireball go off, so maybe make it a mental alarm too.
Oh well, no. For alarm, I was going to do mental
Yeah.
alarm because I don't want them to know that we know someone triggered it.
This is a 20-foot burst.
Yeah, I think where you had it just now, Will, is a great alarm space. Ben,
All
what
right.
do you think?
Yeah, so right there, and then I would do something similar to the back entrance.
Twinkle Toes, please move yourself on the map.
Because
But
we
Will,
just wanna
alarm does take 10 minutes to cast, so I don't know if you want me to
Okay,
wait before saying
that's
I
fine.
do all of them.
That's all good.
Yeah, that one.
So you take 30 minutes to cast 3 spells, 2 alarms, 1 temporary
temporary
glyph.
glyph. 21 minutes.
21 minutes. You're right. I'm sorry. It
I
takes
do have a
30
third
minutes.
casting of alarm if y'all think there's another spot that could use it. I don't know.
I trust you completely. I think we've got lots of time.
I will spend that full 30 minutes then, Will, if that's cool, and I'll put
31 minutes actually.
31 minutes, yes. And I'll put one. I mean, I'll put it back where it was when I was sleeping. I'll put it in this room so that if someone like enters this room, essentially, it goes off.
I think it's
The room on
In
the bottom left.
The forest room.
The
Yeah,
greenhouse.
Greenhouse,
Sure, okay.
yes.
Like so?
I'd want it one square to the left, I think, so that it covers the
Covering
doors.
door spaces, yeah.
Yeah. And the password for all of them is going to be Veers, and I would tell that to everyone here.
Cool.
So that's what I'm doing for the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
31 minutes, excuse me.
Twinkle Toes, with your cape that you've uncovered, I feel as though
I think. Go ahead.
I feel as though you're best equipped to investigate this trap if things go wrong in that room. A quick cape out.
So you think like dispel, I run through and then investigate?
Sorry, I meant the room with the
sorry.
fire trap and the chandelier where we found the bag.
Yeah. Sorry, we were just both standing in this stairwell together, so I assumed you meant. This
He he cocks his head and says, "What stairwell?" And then you look around, and we've been in this hallway the whole time. But
My
yeah,
name's Reginald.
nice to meet you. The stone I feel like has to be tomorrow because we have to do the dispel to open whatever. Like that's
True.
fine. But like I want to figure out why the chandelier trap goes off, and like I almost want you to set it off and then dimension door out. Like I can do it if you're cool giving me the cape, but like that's what I feel like the best way to do this is. It's like get in there, try to set it off, and then get out.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. What is my investigation? What's my
And just to cover our bases, like, are there checks we can roll on this that we haven't failed yet? Are there like investigatory investigations we can investigate?
Any
I think I
lore that would be
failed a-
appropriate to traps?
Didn't I fail a crafting check on it? I think I rolled a craft
You
on
could
it. and
try
failed.
craft. Thievery would be appropriate.
Can I try thievery again?
Not Arcana.
It's a magical trap.
It is a
Sure.
magical trap. So Arcana, sure.
I got 33 for thievery.
Okay.
33 thievery.
34
rough.
Arcana.
34 Arcana. This trap is beyond the comprehension of either of you from either of the angles you're approaching it.
So nothing about the trigger, nothing about. Okay.
It hurts. So no.
What's your level of proficiency in thievery?
I'm just trained.
So it is far more complex of a device than any trap you have ever worked with before. So
Should
you
we
are-
ask Reginald? Would he know?
Yeah, why not? I take the brain out of the jar. Not out of the jar. I take the brain in the jar out of the bag.
There is a soft psychic squealing before a wet thud as he implodes under the weight of his own mass. Be like,
Reginald, this trap is complicated. Do you know anything that might be helpful?
well, you'll have to be more specific.
He points him into the room. Before we picked up this bag of holding, and he puts the bag of holding in front of him, we picked this up, and the chandeliers dropped down and spun around and shot a bunch of fire, and they were also casting spells. He like looks back for verification on that. Yeah, they were casting spells as well as shooting like more normal fire, and the door closed and locked, and when we got the door to break open, we all left, closed the door, and then after a certain amount of time, it just sort of tuckered out.
Yeah, tilt me up,
Okay, he tilts him up.
father. Tilt farther back. I need more of an angle. No, not sideways. Back.
Back. Okay, back. Okay.
There. Okay. All right.
And then up, you said up a little bit?
Just like raise your arms a bit.
Say when.
Get me closer to the chandelier.
Okay, I don't want to go in the room, though. I don't want you to go in the room.
All right, this will have to do. Fine, that's fine. Fine. I haven't the faintest idea how this works.
All right, thanks for your time, Reginald. Appreciate you. Puts him back in the bag.
Smashes the bag.
He puts him in the bag that set off the trap, then he just puts the bag back. Like, what's gonna happen here? Twinkle Toes, I'm happy to get in there, and if I need to get out, I can use your cape if that's all right. But
I mean, absolutely. I don't know what you want to do, but yeah, here you go. Bloop.
he puts on sunglasses, says, "I want to learn something," and then runs off. So I'll put the cape on.
Sure.
I carry the bags of holding. I think
Okay.
that's been established, and so I will
This is a great idea.
walk in to the room.
Okay.
I take Reginald from you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I walk into the room.
Sure.
Does anything happen?
Nothing happens.
I walk even further into the room.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
No. Nothing
I walk up
happens.
to the spot where the bag had been placed.
'Kay.
I take the bag off my hip. I put the bag in the same place.
It was.
The bag was
You can't.
on top of the
It was
chandelier.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hook shot the bag onto the chandelier.
Why? What?
Nothing happens.
I then retrieve the bag from the chandelier.
All right. The flames on the candles begin to glow.
Oh no.
The chandeliers drop down. Go ahead and roll initiative.
What's that? So it activates after you take something from it.
It might be when you touch.
Those very specific conditions activate the trap. Like taking the bag off the chandelier.
Yeah,
I mean, it might not be the bag. It might be like. Do you think it's the bag specifically?
it has to be.
Wait.
I'm not gonna get a
mean,
second
yeah,
shot at this, so like I don't know, but yeah,
It could be
Not
like just
bag.
removing anything from them. You know. I don't
Were
know.
could be.
Were the doors closed?
I wouldn't have closed the doors. No.
Okay. Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled. I'm assuming perception on this.
Yeah.
I rolled a 38.
The trap got a 44.
Okay.
4 different chandeliers are going to swing and or shoot at you.
Okay.
2 are within range to swing at you in melee. They have reach. The first one is going to get a 45 to hit.
That will crit me.
Okay.
No, Bastro and Twinkle Toes are like seeing this, right?
Yep. Don't worry, he's good for now.
Oh,
I guess
I'm,
this is always the plan. This is good. This is fine.
Okay.
Don't say. Oh,
You take 89 points of bludgeoning damage,
Oh my gosh.
and you are on fire.
Okay.
Second melee. That is only a 39.
That will hit normally.
Okay.
I'm hoping Bastro should be in the initiative order for some heal spells. That's all I'm thinking.
this guy will be fine. It's all
Chill.
right.
We'll bring you guys in on the second round.
That's fine.
But this
It
is
won't be
between Kashak and God right now.
Between a man and his choices.
That's gonna be 53 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As these 2 chandeliers again sink to about chest height on you. The candles on all of the chandeliers begin to light a blaze in brilliant heat, and they begin just whirring around. 2 of them catch you, one on like the side of the jaw, the other one right in the back, right on the spine. And then the other 2 chandeliers, these 2 balls of fire just come roaring out at you. The first one, first flame dart, is a natural 1. So you got that
Oh,
going for
thank
you.
God. Thank God.
The second flame dart is a 46.
46?
Yeah.
That will crit me.
If I remember, the damage I think was lower on these though.
Yeah,
Um,
they're like darts.
I have to use the GM whisper roll because it is far too many dice for me to roll and count. It's going to be an additional 81 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
you're-
good.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah, I go unconscious.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Everybody
idea was
else, go ahead and roll initiative. Kashak moves in the initiative order, top of round 2. Everybody else, go ahead and roll.
Will, would I be where I am on the map, like setting up the spell? This would interrupt the spell, probably. How would that
yeah,
work?
we were kind of loose on when this was taking place, but I would assume that this would have been while you are setting up the spells that take a while to set up, because this conversation spawned out of Akka and Krishmi asking you guys what to do. Then you kind of walked over with Reginald to discuss the wall, and then you came back up here discussing what you wanted to do with the infector, and then walked in here. So I'm assuming that you're in the middle of casting your spell, which would interrupt that casting. You'd have to restart it.
If he chooses to stop.
If you choose to stop. Can I get initiatives?
Well, but my question was more about location. Like, am I fine being there, like working on the spell at the front door?
Roll a d6. 1,
Oh,
2
God. Okay.
is going to be upstairs. 3, 4 is going to be greenhouse. Oh wait, you're doing 4. So roll a d4. 1 is upstairs. 2 is greenhouse. 3 is front door. 4 is back door.
Okay, where am I rolled a 4. I don't remember which one that was.
Back door.
Back door?
Back door.
Yikes. So I probably wouldn't. Would I hear any of this? Probably not.
Roll initiative, and we'll figure that out on your turn.
Yikes. Okay.
So, Bastro.
Oh,
Initiative.
yes, 34.
Twinkle Toes.
36.
And Fearin.
32.
All right. Twinkle Toes, it is your turn.
How would I do with dragging Kashak?
It would be a move action to get up to him,
Uh-huh.
and then
Dragging rules.
I think it's 5 feet with a. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Roughly 50 feet per minute, unless you have some means to speed it up. So slowly.
which
I
would
have
be 5
the-
feet per turn.
I have the belts, the lifting belt,
Mm-hmm.
which I can carry bulk equal to 6 plus my strength modifier before becoming encumbered. I can hold and carry a total bulk up to 11 plus my strength modifier. Activate 2 actions interact. Effect, you lift an object up to 8 bulk as though it were weightless. This requires 2 hands, and if the object is locked or otherwise held in place, you can attempt to force it open using athletics as part of this activation.
I am at minimum 6 bulk.
Are you 8 bulk?
With all my gear? Probably.
How much gear are you carrying? What's your bulk in just what you're carrying?
I mean, my bow is a bulk. My...
Because like 10 pounds is 1 bulk.
My armor is a bulk for sure, if not 2.
So you're what, an easy 150 at least?
Like I'm carrying, if my sheet is right, 6 bulk. So my body is 12 bulk.
You're
But
12
if you're
bulk.
if you're dragging something, you treat its bulk as half.
Yeah.
So dragging me is 6 bulk.
My argument here is with 1 move up to him and then 2 action activate on the next turn. Can I drag him out of there?
I mean, you'd be able to pick him up, so it wouldn't be dragging, right? It says pick the object up, right?
I lift an object of up to 8 bulk as though it were weightless.
Yeah, that's like picking him up, so it wouldn't be dragging.
That's
at that
not
point.
dragging.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're either dragging me or you're using the belt of lifting. And the belt of lifting, I'm too heavy.
I'm trying to. Okay,
It's called the Belt of Lifting.
it's called the lifting belt.
Lifting belts.
Uplifting.
At least
I
that's
don't
what
want to
have in-
belabor this. The initiative order has Bastro going, and then me going, and then the trap going, right?
Well, I'm in there doing something.
And Firen's going to go before the trap also, right?
I do instead. I'm gonna scream. Oh my god, help! He went unconscious in the trap! Somebody go get him! That's quick and strong. That's how I'm gonna spend my turn.
Okay.
Quick and strong.
It's
Bastro,
a little
you're up.
35-pound humanoid running around saying that about a lizard literally
Thankfully,
5 character size.
Bastro woke up feeling quick and strong this morning, so he's going to run in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Second action, pick up Kashak. Can he do that with athletics? He is a master in athletics. I want to make that known.
Fireman Bastro.
Literally,
What's your maximum bulk?
Yeah, what are you carrying right now?
jeez. So my breastplate is definitely like 2 bulk at the least. Other than that, though, I have a bunch of like pendants and scrolls.
I love how encumbrance really doesn't matter until it really matters.
Can you carry 12 more bulk?
Almost certainly not without going encumbered.
Probably not. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any other feats or anything like that. Yeah. So.
You wanna maybe adjust that running into the room?
I mean, no, because I can still drag him. I can't just pick him up, though, right?
Wait,
Still dragging.
if I had run in and dragged him 5 feet, would Bastard then be able to drag him another 5 feet?
Theoretically, but you have ended your turn at this point.
Okay.
Ripperoni.
So don't want anyone else running into this room after me.
That's perfectly fine. So first action, run in. Second action, drag. Do you have to roll for that, or does it just happen?
You just drag him 5 feet.
5 feet,
Maybe heal him.
and then third action.
No, that would be bad, actually, I think.
Oh yeah.
Come back out
That's
here. That's my turn.
Okay, Theron, you heard Twinkle Toes yelling from the other side of the house.
What specifically did I hear?
Roll a...
Like, how dire does Firen understand the situation?
Roll
to
a
be?
perception check.
Is this a thing like, oh god, I need to come over there now, or like, hey, you got to get here ASAP or Kashak's dead? Like, those are the two sort of
Depends
things.
on what you hear, I guess.
Good roll. Perception check is a 38.
You hear exactly what she said, which was something to the effects of Kashak is down to the trap. Needs somebody big, strong, come grab him. Fast. Something to that
God.
effect.
Okay. Oh my god, do I do this? Okay. I would. I think he would do this. Shoot.
What you got for me?
Okay. Sorry. I'm counting squares because I'm very far away. Theron's gonna cast a spell. Hearing the panic in Twinkle Toes'
Spell.
voice, he's gonna spend 2 actions, and he's gonna is like stopping the casting of alarm, is that an action?
No, I think you just
No,
stop
I think
casting.
you just, yeah,
I
you
just stop,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I stop first, not an action, but I stop doing that. I spend 2 actions on myself casting a spell that I don't want to reveal yet, unless I don't want to reveal it yet because there's a visual component that I think is going to be really cool. But I'm able to get to here, moving. I'm able to move 80 feet.
Okay.
That's my turn.
What?
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Kashak, roll a death saving throw.
Okay. I have many things that interplay with this, but I guess I'll just roll. I rolled a 14. And that is good enough.
So you are no longer dying. You gain the wounded condition, but you are unconscious. 0 HP.
Awesome.
Nice. Wounded
Indeed.
2.
Oh yeah, wounded 2 because you went.
Good
No.
crit.
Is the trap
would've
still
gone to-
going off?
No. So
The
you're
flame
not
dart.
wounded.
You're still.
You're wounded 1 because you would have gone, or you're
I
dying
wounded
1. You would have gone to dying 2. I
Hey,
forgot about
at
the
some
crit.
point, I'll figure that out. Yeah.
You would have gone to dying 2, so you're still not dead, but you're still dying, but you're in a better spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
So dying 1. Completely forgot about the crit. It's the trap's turn.
No, we're outside the room. We're outside.
Just double check. What's the range on that? Oh yeah, 40 feet. Yep.
The door is closed.
Certainly isn't. Remember that time I specifically asked if the door was closed, and I was specifically told no, and then you ran through the open door and then ran back out the open door?
No,
Do you have line of effect on Bastro?
Sure do.
Okay.
I think I get some AC there.
Boom. Boom.
Do they take up the dot? Can they be
They're
there?
mechanically large.
They're large. Okay.
Yeah,
So even from like
it would be really like that.
yeah.
Bring it.
Um,
And then this one. Yeah.
2 on Twinkletoes, 2 on Bastro. First one on Bastro. Ooh, natural 1. Second one on Bastro. 36.
That hits, but that's fine. We got a nat 1. I think it self-destructs on nat 1, right?
I heard that.
You should be so lucky. What are we rocking these days? That's a that plus that. Okay. Oh, Kashak. You take persistent fire damage and go back to dying 2.
Love it.
That's not something to laugh about.
Yeah,
Daniel.
You take 36 points of fire damage and are now on fire.
36. All right.
36.
First one on Twinkletoes.
Aw.
35.
The hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Ew. I didn't sign up for this.
Uh, 42 points of fire damage, and you're now on fire. Second attack on Twinkletoes. 37, which will hit.
Flame darts are serious.
Yeah, I was pretty sure after you guys almost died with it the first time that this wouldn't happen again, but
Well, never suspect anything.
Here we are.
Never suspect
hey,
anything.
yeah.
Literally, like, kept saying maybe we shouldn't. And then...
Always suspect the unexpected.
An additional 40, exactly another 42 points of damage.
Nice.
Great.
Still on fire.